When I was a kid, I remember my first pimple. And as a kid, I was just barely hitting puberty. So, long story short, I was transferring middle schools, and it was basically my first day of meeting my 6th grade teacher and the rest of my classmates. She introduced me to the rest of the class, and let's just say the pimple on my nose was pretty huge that it felt like I looked like a reindeer. No, not that reindeer. That one. Luckily, no one really made fun of me at the time when I was up there, so I was conscious, but gladly I got the introduction out of the way, so basically able to meet everyone else in my classroom. Now, there was a point in time where we would be divided in groups during class time, which usually is reading, computers, or just be able to catch up on homework. I was in the silent reading group, so I would be with a group of classmates getting to do the silent reading. Supposedly, it was supposed to be silent. So there was this kid who pointed out my nose, and he basically just said, "Dang boy, your shit look like it's ready to pop." Now keep in mind, it was red. I don't remember it being white. Because of that comment, everyone else in the room pretty much laughed. So I was pretty much embarrassed. Then after that created insecurities or, low self-esteem. And after that, I just didn't want to go back to school. Now, I wanted to make this video because I myself still deal with insecurities. And let me tell you, insecurities can basically lead you to the worst feelings. It can obviously get you to overthink, give body dysmorphia, low self-esteem, and the worst of all, anxiety and depression. Oh yeah, and I guess it could also lead to self-destruction, which that's not good, depending on what decisions made by then. Could be permanent. I don't know. Now I'm gonna be honest. I'm not really a professional or a therapist when it comes to this crap, but I understand that insecurities are a you problem, and it's up to decide whether we want to accept what we can change or not. And like I said, not a therapist, but one of the key things that I think is helpful is self-awareness. Being self-aware is like a double-edged sword because it allows us to recognize what we do right or wrong, or acknowledge our own strengths and weaknesses. For example, I'm sorry that I punched you in the face after you asked me where the milk is at, even though we're standing in front of it. But again, that's entirely my fault. Anyways, due to the self-awareness, like I said before, can also get us to overthink. And I'm not gonna lie, I do this myself as well, but when I'm insecure about my own weight and I'm very self-aware about it, I usually just tend to complain and really not do anything about it. I don't exercise, I just sit down, play video games, and eat a bunch of junk food. Man, I love food. Because I can acknowledge that I'm not doing much about it, I'm not helping myself out, that also leads to my other friends crashing out on me because I just constantly complain. I do think it's important to acknowledge and accept things that you can't change about yourself, but if there is something that you can do in order to grow or change, like working out, taking care of your skin, handling your bad breath, overall, I think it's just important to accept who and what you are. It is a little bit hard to accept certain things about ourselves, but if there is something that you can change within your power, I think it's healthy that whatever it is that you can improve on yourself can definitely make you feel like you have more control of your own life. I also want to point out that if you feel like you're struggling with insecurities, you're not alone. I did get to a point where I realized almost everyone are just insecure as you are. We just all have different perspectives, and we all have different things that we're insecure about, but some of them are common. Now, going back to what I said about me being insecure about my weight, where I just do nothing about it besides playing video games, eating junk food, and bitch about it, I happen to be lucky that I have a friend that also has this common insecurity. However, shouts out to my friend. She's been hitting the gym for quite a while recently, and I'm not gonna lie, when I hear her hit the gym, it makes me go, damn, I should be doing that too. Now, I'm gonna be honest. Now, she's been trying to get me to go to the gym for the longest. I get constant texts, phone calls, just straight up asking me, do you want to go to the gym? And me being lazy, just lying on the couch like the people from Wall-E, I would always reject her offer and never go with her. Soon enough, I did realize that I'm not really doing much for myself, so pretty much I had this feeling of locking in. So just like usual, I would get off the game and go straight to bed, and then one day I woke up to this. Hey, what you doing? You want to go to the gym? What time is it? Yeah, let me just get up and get ready. You're still sleeping? Dog, it's like 10 in the morning. Bro, chill. Like I said, let me just get up and get ready. Let me eat some breakfast. We'll meet up. Okay, bet. I'm gonna pick you up here in 20 minutes. Oh, by the way, do you have any pre-workout? Yeah, I do. Why? What flavor is it? Let me see. I got blue raz. Why, you need some? No, I was just curious. You want to trade? What flavor you got? Peach mango, my boy. Yeah, I got you. I'll trade with you. But just a heads up though, the pre-workout that I have, feel like it's got cocaine in there. Nah, it'll be okay. I'll pick you up in 20, alright? Alright, sounds cool. As we both got off the phone, I went ahead and got ready. Did my usual morning business. Oh, and also grab a couple scoops of pre-workout that I put in a bag for my friend. She ends up picking me up and we start heading to the gym. Mind you, I was calm and relaxed. However, the moment we got to the parking lot, that's when it hit me. Not just the insecurity, the anxiety. Gym anxiety. But yes, also insecure. Because I'm going to be honest with you, the fit that I had pretty much shows that I'm not in the best shape. So as I'm getting mentally ready before I step out the vehicle, I remember to give my friend the pre-workout that I have. I ended up passing it to her, and the first thing she said is that it looked wrong. Because I'm not going to lie, it looked like Mr. White cooked it. However, what catches me by surprise is that she consumes it dry. And then she drinks her water. She told me that other people do it all the time, but I'm not gonna lie, no, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna mix that shit with water. Thank you. I'm gonna be honest with you, I was very nervous because I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't so sure how many people were gonna be in the gym, let alone how the rest of the gym people's physiques are gonna be. Because I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty much what I look like. Though the moment we got inside, there wasn't that many people, and yes, due to the number of people, there was still a certain amount of shapes and sizes. There's different types of physiques, and I'm not gonna lie, it pretty much almost discouraged me. Now, I have been in shape before, in and out, if anything, but I've only worked out at home, and if not, I was probably in shape like in high school, but I've never been to a real gym. So the moment I got inside, I didn't know what to do. I felt scared. I see everybody lifting up their weights, bench pressing, pull-ups, or any type of cardio, if anything. But in the end, my friend just all of a sudden started doing her own workout. And I did feel left out, but that's okay because we have our different goals. So I obviously decided to hop on the treadmill and at least go for a walk. Because there is no way I'm just going to be standing there doing nothing at the gym. Oh, by the way, long story short, I ended up having a skateboard injury couple months ago, so I'm not able to do so much at the gym, so I was very limited to what I can do. Anyways, as I started walking on the treadmill, I was listening to my own music and minding my own business. After I finished my wild walk, I went ahead and started walking towards my friend to check up on her, and as I'm walking, I realized nobody's really paying attention to you. And if anything, everyone came to the gym not to make fun of you. Everyone went to the gym for a similar goal, and that's basically to achieve a healthy lifestyle. At least I think they are. And don't get me wrong, seeing the other physiques definitely inspired me to even push harder. I didn't feel judged because it felt like everyone was just locked in on their own. And due to that, it made me want to continue my own workouts, which I ended up obviously doing my own pull-ups, push-ups, crunches, which don't get me wrong, those are exercises that I can do at home, but I eventually end up using the machines that they have and I fell in love. It made me feel happy because I get to work out on other parts on my body that I couldn't do at home. For example, my back. Honestly, just all the other extra equipment was just very helpful and fun to use. Now I have two physiques that I want to reach, and one of them is Gohan from Dragon Ball. And the reason why I want that physique is because although he looks weak, my boy's actually jacked. And I like that physique because I guess in this term, this is called a sleeper build. And I'm not gonna lie, I think it's actually cool being the nerdy one that actually looks harmless, but in reality, once that shirt comes off, my boy got the muscles sticking out. Yeah, I think it'd be really cool. The second physique though that I want is the king himself, this most insane physique that I don't even know how I'm gonna get there, but I do plan on getting there one day. I just want to be like you, King, for real. Anyways, because I have goals that I want to reach and the gym left a pretty good impact on me, I definitely wanted to go back. For one of the reasons, I'm just tired of feeling ashamed of myself not doing much. But two, being able to have that control of my own life again and just facing any obstacles that comes my way has to be a really great experience in life. And honestly, this doesn't have to be just the gym, working out or dieting in general. Like I said, if there is something that you're insecure about and you have the ability to change it, I say go for it. If you have social anxiety, I say just practice talking to people. And believe me, I'm an introvert too, so you're not alone. Whatever it is, I believe that all of us got it. And in the end, we shouldn't allow insecurities either dictate, control our own life. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention how my friend was doing. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure she had trouble sleeping that night. I'm telling you, there's cocaine in that pre-workout. I promise you there is. If you sticked around at the end of the video, let me know what's your thought in the comments. I really appreciate the feedback. This is a new route that I want to take, and hopefully I get to produce a bit more, but hopefully it also grabs other people's attention and some of these videos are relatable to some others. But yeah, I don't know. Subscribe if you want to stick around for another video. I'll see you guys later.